What a buck. I mean, just a beautiful deer. That's my 10.
Gosh almighty. That is a fine one here, brother.
Ain't he nice?
The following is brought to you by Realtree Edge. Hunt with an edge. Realtree Edge.
Hey, what's up, guys? I got my food plot right here. I'm feeding my deer right here. I'm gonna do something I've always wanted to do. I'm gonna put some water holes in my food plots, and I feel like it's gonna help me to get these deer to bed a little closer to my spots, to my food plots. I got a creek, a running creek that's about 400 or 500 yards from here on the property. But I feel like my deer are having to walk so far to get to the food and then back to the water. So I was like, why not just have the water right here where they're gonna be? So I'm gonna dig these things by hand. I don't have a tractor, so I'm fixing to dig these things by hand. And I'll show you the whole process and how I do it. And if I do it wrong, y'all can comment below and let me know if I'm doing it wrong. But I wanna give these deer something to drink. I wanna put it a little bit in the shade. That way when they come in, they can eat and get them something to drink, because I know when I'm eating, I like to have something to drink. All right. I'm just whittling away. I got it about a foot deep, and we'll go about 2 feet, making it at an angle, sloping down so the deer can walk in, get them some water. When I get this dug as deep as I want it, I'll come back in here and cut the tarp out to the size I need it, and then I'll cover it out with dirt. I'll go fill my 55-gallon drums up, and we'll start filling them with water. And it's just something, hopefully it's gonna help these bucks bed a little closer to my food plots, and they ain't got to go far for the feed or the water, instead of having to walk, you know, a long ways to the creek down here, or a pond, or whatever you got on your property. So anyway, if you got a tractor, that would be the way to go. But if not, a little elbow grease to get it done too. All right, so once you get your tarp down, just step on it, level it out best you can, and take your knife and just cut out the square, or however got your hole dug. So that's it. Don't really require a lot, but a little bit of elbow grease. I just got a T-handle shovel, and then I got a spade for leveling out my dirt, and then I got me a digger right here I use for trapping. Did all this by hand. It don't take a ton of work, like I said. All you got to do is come out here and get it done. See, I got it about probably 2 feet deep, and you can see how I got it at a slope, at an angle. So when it rains, all that rain's gonna wash down there and fill it up, and I'm gonna go get my 55-gallon drum filled up. I'm gonna come back and I'm gonna fill this up with water, and I really feel like it's gonna help me to kill a good deer right here. All right, y'all, I'm out here filling up my 55-gallon drums, and I'm fixing to go fill up these water holes, and we're gonna see how they work. All right, so as you can see, that thing holds water pretty good. I think it was like 6 or 7 5-gallon buckets of water, which is really good. So I'm gonna see how this works out. I got a real big 8-pointer coming in here, so I really wanted to give him everything he needs to stay right here. So hopefully y'all be seeing him on the videos. But I'll let y'all know and keep y'all updated on how these water holes are working. But I'm pretty pleased with how that worked out. This episode of Genesis Archer is brought to you by J.B. Clark Oil Company, Plantation Properties and Land Investments, full service brokerage, recreational, and hunting properties, Antler Extreme Supplemental Deer Feed, and Bipolar Broadheads. Well, good morning. It's September 25th. It's September 25th. I got a deer. I got a deer to my right. Standing out here in the grass. It's about 60 degrees. It feels really good this morning, so I'm hoping for the best. I'm after my big buck. So I'm gonna go ahead and get quiet. awesome morning. I saw a lot of deer. Didn't see the buck I was after, but he was in here at like 4 o'clock this morning and went to bed back up. And I slept in here hoping maybe he'd come back in here to get him a bite to eat, but didn't see him or any other bucks. So that just tells me they wasn't moving. None of my cameras had any bucks on them. A lot of does, but no bucks. So moon's up in the mornings right now. It's rising around 12 and it's setting about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm hoping in the next few days in the mornings it's going to be really good. So I'll keep after them and I'll check back in. All right, good morning, everybody. It is September 26th. I hunted here yesterday morning, saw a bunch of deer. I'm right back in here again today after my big buck, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. I'm hoping for the best today. Y'all stay tuned. Wraps up week 2. Get back after him for week 3. I don't know, my big buck was about 400 yards from here this morning. When I was in the stand, I figured he'd come back this way, but he didn't. I had the wind perfect. That's why we love hunting them. It's the unknown, it's the chase, it's everything. But that wraps up week 2 of 2019 deer series. We'll get back after them Monday. Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm having to be real quiet. I've been hunting a really big buck, and today I had time to do some scouting, and I went looking and I have found some awesome sign. I took my shears, my trimming shears, come in here, and I've cut me a small little trail. I've been real quiet. I'm just picking my way through. I got a perfect wind. I'm walking with the wind in my face. Deer bedding in this privet right out here behind me. Y'all see all that privet? And this is a beaver pond right here behind me. And I bet there's 100 rubs around this beaver pond. And they're living in the beaver pond. And there's a creek that's feeding this beaver pond. And those bucks are bedding this privet, going to water, and then going out to my feed about 300 or 400 yards from here. So I can either catch them coming from my feed or going to it right here in the spot. So I'm going to go in here. I'm going to show you all the sign. Man, it's crazy. I'm not going to walk over there to it. But all those right there, that's all beds. Every one of those are beds. And those deer are living right out here in this stuff. This episode of Genesis Archer is brought to you by J.B. Clark Oil Company, Roach Farm and Garden, Covert Scouting Cameras, Plantation Properties and Land Investments, full service brokerage, recreational and hunting properties.